Alright, what is going on, everybody? So finally, I'm going to bring you the Tigris build video. So what I'm doing here in the background to keep you entertained while we talk about all this is I'm going to actually solo run a Tower 2 mobile defense. Okay, this should be interesting. I am pulling out Rhino for this one just because he's the best one that I could use at the moment for exactly what I'm about to do, especially with Damage 2.0 going in here by myself. It's much more challenging. There's a lot of different things now. The Tigris, I've got it built the way I want. I guess potentially you could make it a little bit more powerful if you format it. This is going to be, of course, you know, your 60 points. This is with the catalyst in it. But it's not formatted anywhere beyond this. But I could format it. I do actually have 2 open slots left on the build itself, like full open slots for mod cards. So if you format it, you could actually do some extra elementals type of stuff. But we'll get into that at the end. So a couple things to note. Now, I am... with the new damage system, the weapons actually, you kind of have to have the right, the way I see it, you have to have the right combination of weapons with you in order to be fully effective. Running just one single weapon is not necessarily, depending upon what it is, not necessarily going to work out well for you. These weapons that just came out, the Tigris, the Sestra, the Lecta, they actually work very well in combination with each other, and they're great to carry as a threesome if you've got them. Of course, I'm running the comma right now, trying to level up the comma before I go with the dual commas. I'll eventually get to that with you guys. I do like the comma, it's pretty cool. But anyway, so let's talk about this build. So now it's going to break down a little bit differently than it normally does. Now when you're looking at the original base stats on the Tigris, and I'm going to put them up on the screen. Okay, you've got an impact of 14, a puncture of 14, a slash of 112, accuracy is 9.1, fire rate 2.0, critical chance is pretty nothingness, status is 15% chance, magazine capacity of 2, reload of 1.8, and it's a duplex auto, which we all know that if you push the trigger and then when you release the trigger, the second one comes out. I like to push release right away. I like to do a double shot basically. But that's just my style. Now you'll see sometimes I hold it, but for the most part I double shot it, okay? As we go through it, I'm going to put my build up on the screen right here, my final numbers. 78.3 impact, 101.8 puncture, 626.4 slash, 1174.5 radiation. Accuracy doesn't change, fire rate doesn't change. None of the other stats change at all, okay? So... and I'll get into the elemental portion and how that can be changed around depending upon how you want. I am enjoying radiation in this build on Tigris. I find it the most effective for me, and that is because when we talk about pairing it with weapons, my Sestra right now is running a blast damage, which helps out, and then my Dijing is actually running a dual damage elemental. It's actually got some radiation, and it actually also has viral. And viral is very important, and it's very hard to do. What's nice about the Dijing is it automatically comes with the corrosive on it as a standard, as built into it. So you only need one extra mod card, and that one extra mod card, it comes with poison damage on it. Built in, so all you need at that point is an ice card to get your viral. And viral helps make the enemies lose their concentration. You'll see them in this video a lot of times when they're hit with the viral. They're going to turn the other way, they're not going to know, they can't target me basically. It's not as easy for them to target, which allows me the chance to get in with my Tigris as we're going through this and pound out the enemies, okay? I could have gone, maybe changed my mods around a little bit and gone with 3 in the clip, potentially even 4 in the clip if you have the right mods, but that's just a waste to me. I figured if I could do it with just 2 in the clip and make it effective, then I'm going to do it. And so let's start with how I've got this all built out. we're going to start with your basic setup. Okay, these are your core mods that you're going to want to have on your Tigris. You want to have point blank. Okay, maxed out point blank, 90% additional damage. That's going to bring up all your basic stats, as you can tell. Okay, in addition to the max point blank, you want to have a maxed Hell's Chamber, an additional 120% multi-shot. That again is going to bring up all your stats, all your base stats for the weapon, even higher. Okay. On top of that, you're going to want to actually have a tactical pump, a reload speed. Now, while it doesn't seem to make much of a difference, okay, the reload is still, let me see here. Reload is 1.8. My reload is actually down to 1.4 now that I think about it. Okay, so that 0.4 does make a little bit of difference on this weapon. It does load pretty quick as it is, but 0.4 does make all the difference. So tactical pump is the way to go on the as a base core mod. Also, the number 4 base core mod you want is a Fléché mod. 30% extra puncture damage, which is how my puncture damage is so high. Okay. At 101, if I remember correctly, and of course slash is also brought up by the damage, the point blank, and the Hell's Chamber mod. That's why it's up to 626. So your basic core mods, as we see them on the screen: point blank, Hell's Chamber, tactical pump, and Fléché. Okay, those are the mods. Anything beyond that is elementals. Now there's a couple ways you can run elementals. I prefer the radiation elemental on this weapon, and I have pretty much the radiation elemental on all my main weapons. That's the way I like it. It's the most effective all around. It's weak in one next, and maybe it's a little bit weaker against the infected because it's a gas and they're not really affected as much by the gas, but my other stats offset it anyway. But it's very powerful against the Corpus and the Grenier. And as you can see, I like to run it. I've run many solo missions already, which I haven't brought to you guys, I should have, but I've done a few solo missions already, and it's very effective. So, there's your core bases. Now, elementals. There's a number of ways you can do this, and you can build an A, B, and C build. Don't forget, you guys can run A, B, and C builds. So if you want to set up 3 different builds, you can have 3 different builds based off of whichever enemies you guys want to run. Now, for me, how I've got it, I've added a Blaze mod, so that gives me an extra 60% damage, which is why my stats are higher, and a 60% fire damage, okay? So with the fire damage, I paired it with a 90% electrical damage, which is why I'm getting the radiation. Fire plus electricity gives me almost 1,200 damage per shot. Okay, that's 2,400 in one clip right there. That's how it's most effective. Radiation is hurting them. I've got the viral shooting from my DJing, so if you get a chance to get the DJing, I know it's a clan only weapon. If you're in a clan, get that damn DJing. It's probably, for me at this point, my favorite Sentinel, just because I can have that viral on it and they stop targeting me because they get confused, which helps me with the rest of the weaponry, especially with this weapon, which is only 2 shots. It's very powerful, it's very good, but it does need a little bit of help mixed in, okay? So yes, so now I've got fire and electricity. This is my basic full setup on this. This also has 2 extra slots left for me, so if I decide down the road to forma it once or twice, we'll see, I can make it even more effective. I could add that extra clip in there to get the extra 3 or possibly 4 in there. Or I could add a double elemental onto it. I could have radiation and magnetic, or I could have... Well, no, you can't really do that because it's already using the electricity mod, so you'd have to do something slightly different. You'd have to have a poison and something, which... realistically, you can only have 1, 2 elementals, but the second elemental wouldn't be a mixed elemental, it would just be a straight elemental. Now, it does, in case you guys are not aware, it does matter how you lay out your build. If you put 3 elemental weapons in, or elemental mods in, and you have them in the wrong placement, they're going to give you a different element. Okay, so the first 2 are going to combine, and the third one is going to be left by itself. So just be aware of that. So whatever the first two that you put in there are, they're going to always combine. The next one is going to be by itself, or you can combine two. You know, you could potentially combine two more or whatever. Hopefully you guys understand. I'm sure you do. Okay, so there you go. This is my setup. Okay, like I said, your basic core mods, all four that you want to have: your point blank, your hell's chamber, your tactical pump, your flèche, your elementals. You could do a straight incendiary coat and electricity if you don't have the rage mod. I'm sorry, you have the rage mod? The blaze mod. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, the blaze mod. My mistake. But because I have the blaze mod, I get extra damage on top of the fire, and it works out well. Okay, so if you wanted to do a magnetic build, okay, you would use electric, the charged shell, with a chilling grasp, and I've got that right there on the screen. That would be your combination right there: charged shell and chilling grasp. And you can max that out all the way and get a real good. You probably come out to roughly the 1200 that I'm getting on my radiation build, because those are maxed out cards. If you want to do a blast build, you would take your incendiary coat and your chilling grasp, you max them out, and you'd have, and those are the two mods right there, just put up on the screen: incendiary coat, chilling grasp, and you'd have a blast mod. Blast is really good against the infested, just FYI. It's pretty good against the Corpus as well. But you could do that. You could have the blast mod on there, okay, and that would be your extra build out. But for me, as you know, I'm doing radiation. My Sestra has got the blast damage on it, so that's going to help me out when I need to revert to my Sestra, and I'll be doing a video on that one soon. And then of course, always having your Sentinel comes in really handy. If you pair your Sentinel correctly, you mod your Sentinel correctly, it's going to help you out every time. I would say if you have the ability to have the corrosive mod or the poison damage mod, Infested Clip, which is a rifle poison damage mod, and then you have ice with you, you put it onto any of the pets, you get your viral damage. The viral is the one that helps them from being able to target you. It doesn't work every single time, but as you'll see, a lot of the times they do turn the opposite way because they can't figure out what is going on. So these are all the different things that are going on here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry it took so long. Expect me to do more. They're just going to take a little bit longer with Damage 2.0. I want to make sure that I get it right, and I've got the best builds I can put out there for you guys. Try it out. Like it. Hopefully you like it. Try it out. Let me know. If you got any other different ideas, let me know as well. I will be doing more videos here. Just bear with me. The build videos are going to take a little longer than normal, like I said, because of the new system. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hit that like button if you did, and I appreciate you guys always do liking my stuff, and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, rate, comment below. And let's just finish out this video here. As you can see, we've made it through. Got the 2 data terminals, Tower 2. I'm still not able to run a Tower 3 in this new damage system yet. I'm still working on that by myself. I'll get something out there. Look at that, I'm down to only 2 ammo in this clip, and I've made it all the way through without dying. Boom. I just wasted my clip, and there we go. Now I killed myself. Frickin' laser. Anyway, so that was just stupidity on my behalf. I'm out of ammo now, which is not something that generally happens a lot, so I'll just flip into my Sestra. Quickly get through these last couple guys using the blast damage on it here. Boom, boom. We're at the end, so that's all it is, guys. I appreciate you watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, all that good stuff. Feel free to leave any comments below if you ever had any questions or anything. Until the next video, I will talk to you guys later. Enjoy.